Recorded live with little or no editing, it's Defense Up. How you doing? We have Oddy's defense on display, and at first glance, I thought this was going to be kind of boring, but we came up with some interesting things, and he joined us on voice to go over this behind the scenes. If you want to be a part of those conversations, links are in the description below. You can come join us. Weekday mornings-ish is kind of the schedule we're doing right now. I'm all over the place with the new job, but you can come find us on Twitch. And if you want your defense featured on Defense Up, then just DM them to me in Discord. I'll put you on the list. You can come join Voice and try and defend your choices, just like Oddy did today. RichonShips was also helping me, so if you think these ideas suck, be sure to find RichonShips and blame him for them. All right, team number 1 is going to be the YA team. Now, obviously, we have at least 2 problems with this team, which is the ISO choices on Miss Marvel and the ISO choice on America Chavez. America Chavez is a damage dealer. She's got a really damaging kit, not to mention the health that she gives the rest of the team. We want her to be doing a double tap, so we want her to be a striker. That double tap will not happen, however, if Miss Marvel is not a skirmisher. That's how this team functions. It's kind of the backbone. Used to be called a hero brawler team back in the day. Now the YA still functions the same way, but we gotta change those ISOs back. Oddy said that he changed them for a Scourge and just forgot. So, on this version, this is like a D for detrimentally wrong. But once he fixes those, then I can give him an A for it. We could move Squirrel Girl out of the corner. Placement on this team is splitting hairs. So long as you have Miss Marvel out of a corner, that's about the best thing you can do, really, because there are some, like a Dark Hunters or something with a chain. You just want her to not be in the corner, or if she's taunting, different things. So we move Miss Marvel out of the corner, and the rest really doesn't matter too much. So, I'm gonna give this, assuming Oddy makes these changes, I'm gonna go ahead and give him an A for this. Just make sure that you have the proper ISOs set up. Team number 2 is a Gamma team. So Juicy has me moving my Red Hulk away from the Taunters, and it's been working out pretty well. Now, I am doing, I think it's like Green Hulk, She-Hulk, then Abomination Brawn, and then Red Hulk. However you want to place yours is fine. Different placements do different things to different counters. It really doesn't matter. This, I was immediately like, oh, that's weird. But honestly, I'm thinking about it and I'm like, it's not really that big a deal. It's all going to kind of come out the same on placement. Again, we're starting to split hairs because we're finding so many different ways of dealing with teams like Gamma, like YA. So placement's not such a big deal, but there's a lot of opportunities to change things around if you want to. And I think the power levels on your team are going to matter the most, especially if you're using a Gamma into Unlimited or an Unlimited into Gamma. Then your placement's really gonna matter, I think, the most because of that Gambit pinging people with the lowest health. All right. ISO choices. I prefer Braun as a skirmisher. He doesn't necessarily have a focus problem, but I 100% want him stealing, flipping those positive effects on his special. I want to make sure he's getting the cleanse and everything. So I like him as a skirmisher. He functions okay as a striker. I think if you're gonna go striker, you should probably consider just going healer instead, because his striker bonus attack is basically throwing up a rejuvenation. All right, She-Hulk works well as a striker because we have Red Hulk as a raider giving out those vulnerables. If you had your Red Hulk as a striker, then I would definitely want She-Hulk as a skirmisher to get more vulnerables on the field. You can go full healer on this team. There's a case to be made to making your Red Hulk a healer so that he doesn't push a Doom over under 50%. That was a mention from Juicy in chat. There's all kinds of different things you can do with a Gamma team. These ISOs aren't offensive, but I think that they could probably be a little bit better, and that's why I'm going to give this team an A-. Okay, moving on, we have the Rebirth team. The reason we have Captain America as a fortifier is because it is portable shield device, and he's going to be spreading some stuff around. We looked it up. He opens up with his ultimate, so he'll be spreading some positive effects around to Winter Soldier and Agent Venom. I'm not a big fan of US Agent. I know Taco Shooter is. He's in chat right now. What's up, Taco? And I would want to replace U.S. Agent with Zemo myself and then put Zemo somewhere in a more central position, making him a fortifier so he's immediately opening up, spreading positive effects to the rest of the team. He also speeds up Winter Soldier. That's important. It reduces the amount of counters. I think that's the best composition of Rebirth for myself. However, if you have a big Rebirth, once you get up over 1 million, this team can be kind of stubborn. Another option is Cap Sam. Another option is Maria Hill. This team blocks 100 bazillion%, and so you can get some healing out of Maria Hill. I'm not excited about that one, but there are options to consider depending on the size of your roster. As is, I can still give this team an A, but I think we should consider some other things. I also mentioned to Oddy that when you have a 7 Red Star Captain America, you might want to look at pushing the blue ISO healer a little harder on him. Check out what 2.4 does in the healer ISO for Captain America. His health bar, he gets thick. So that's something just to look at. Hard to recommend those blue 4 ions and ISO crystals and stuff, right? Because that's where the crunch starts getting real. But something to look at. So I'm gonna give this one an A begrudgingly. I prefer the Zemo build, but everybody else said it was probably just gonna be okay. Team number 4, hot trash. We don't like this at all. I think the Invaders are a fantastic raid team, and they suck everywhere else. I'm not happy about it. I don't think they're big enough to hang with Kestrel and Fury. I think Kestrel and Fury are fantastic offensive people, and you want to save them for offense. Don't have them being drug around by the anchor that is Invaders. Just get them out of here. These guys aren't big enough. Even if they were built big enough, they're not going to be as good as Oddy's 1.1 million Infinity Watch. Infinity Watch is a fantastic defense team. It requires a specific counter to be efficient, and otherwise it's a slog, man. So let's get Infinity Watch in here. Let's take Kestrel and Fury out, save them so you can use that Walking Hate comp if you come across an unlimited team. All right, so yeah, for me, this is, I mean, down in lower leagues, I could give this like a C- D+, but I think if you're getting serious, this is hot trash that's gonna get wiped up and it's wasteful, and I kind of want to give it like an F+. Like, it's getting really bad. It's getting really bad. So let's get Infinity Watch in here. All right, over here we have super exciting, riveting stuff. Never seen anything like this before, have we? Yeah, it's the Creeping Spiders room. It's just an Emma comp. Everything in here is fine. You could consider making Emma a skirmisher if you want to get an extra vulnerable on the field. She functions fine as a healer. This is fine. I'm going to give this team an A, and we're going to move on. And then we have another riveting, exciting team, which is Wakanda. Now, we were discussing something. Wakandans get beat by Masters of Evil, and most of the time the Wakandans don't even take a turn. Last night on Cosmic Crucible commentary with the guys, we were doing this team. We were talking about the absolute best scores you could get, and it's like you just follow these steps, and this team folds, and they don't take a turn, and it's the best score you could possibly get with Masters of Evil, regardless of the composition that you're using. So, if they're not even taking a turn, if you are standing these 5 people up in front of the firing squad that is Masters of Evil, maybe we could try giving them some body armor, and hopefully Masters of Evil would have to use a few more bullets to put them down. So I'm kind of thinking testing out the entire team as full fortifiers and see if it takes that much more damage, if it is effectual. I don't know. This is untested idea, but we were kind of shooting this back around. It sounded kind of interesting. Otherwise, who cares? This team's going to get beat by Masters of Evil, so who cares if Shuri is a fortifier? Who cares if M'Baku is a fortifier? Normally, I'd say make Shuri a healer. Normally, I would say make M'Baku a striker. But it's not going to change the outcome because they're not going to take a turn against Masters of Evil. There you have it, folks. So, I think actually this is an A-built team because even though normally I would say we need, healer and striker, I kind of want to see what happens if you were to go full fortifier on all 5 of the members. Even Okoye. She's not double tapping or helping anybody else double tap if no one's taking a turn, so you might as well make her a fortifier. Who knows? Could be. Anyways, this is Oddy's defense. Thank you, Oddy, for joining us. I appreciate that. I didn't get Oddy's TCP or League, but they're doing pretty good. They're watching content. Content creators like myself and the others who show up to help me out with these, and they're moving up in the ranks and they're doing better. And so if you're wanting to get better at Marvel Strike Force, be sure to like and subscribe to me, and be sure to check out some of the guest content creators that come on and help us with these ideas. We have a wonderful community and a great set of content creators who come in and help and make content for you guys to get better. And they've got great videos too. I point them out in the recap all the time. Anyways, don't just have a good game, be good to yourselves and others too, and I'll catch you next time. Bye, guys.